Okay, so this match is just about to begin. And we see this map is Longinus, and the players are Savior versus Boxer. And very excited for this map. This match is for the dream match. I don't. It's not part of any league. I think it's just a game for fun. But I'm not Korean, so I don't know quite for sure. But you see that Savior is spawning at the top left, while Boxer is spawning at the bottom. Now you can see both of them are talking, telling each other good luck and being good sports. Now, I think somebody translated what they were saying, but don't know where they were. And so, basically, this will be a Terran vs. Zerg match, and I'm thinking that Savior will win, because he is pretty much at his prime right now. Boxer's still a little bit rusty, but there's still some chance that he could win again. But I think it's kind of low. Though he will be doing the expansion, fast expansion Terran, by walling in that little choke at the Longinus choke point for your natural. And by doing this, he will be able to grab a quick expansion. And though his army will be a little behind in the beginning, he will have a strong economy later in game. Savior will probably do the 12 hatch, 11 pool build, since this is very safe. You see that Savior is not scouting his opponent. He usually automatically assumes his opponent is doing a fast expansion, even if it's a Terran. Now, what's the good part of this is that he gets a much stronger economy, and it's not much stronger, but he is able to build his buildings and units that he needs a little bit faster. But the downfall to this is that he will not be able to see what his opponent is doing, because if Boxer was doing some kind of proxy build, or possibly any kind of strange build, cheese, bunker rush, Savior wouldn't really know. Well, actually, bunker rush he would, but um, just, if Boxer decided to do something strange. And you can see that the first command center is coming up. Savior's Overlord has reached the base of Boxer, and Savior does know where Boxer is. And you see now that Savior is going to grab a second expansion. Now what he does is he's taking he's taking advantage of Boxer not having a very large army at this time. He knows that if he tries to attack with Zerglings, and it wouldn't really work, because Boxer has a wall where his Marines will be able to take out lots of Zerglings. Now you can see that Savior is taking an expansion at the Cliff expansion. I don't think it's a double gas anymore. And what he does this for is he knows he can't attack, so he's taking an expansion, and what this does, it'll leave him very economically strong later in game, and he knows that if his opponent is fast expanding, he's going to need to do some kind of new expansion, since Zerg should always have more expansions than a Terran or Protoss. Now, the thing I've noticed with Saber a lot recently is that he does a lot of 2 expansion builds. He is known for his macro, mainly, but he is also very prominent in his micro. Now, the Scout SCV that has come out is going to be chased by a couple of Zerglings. Boxer is making the SCV dance. They're not actually playing seriously, as you can see by the SCV twitching around sometimes. But you see a lair coming up. So Boxer will assume that Savior will be going Mutalisks or Hydralisks and Lurkers when the research is complete. And Savior is going to send his Zergling over to the back and kill the SCV. The SCV does go down. Now, since the expansion for Savior is now complete, he is going to start building drones there, maybe transfer some a little over. But Boxer will not be able to do much about it, since he does not know that it's there yet. And he also has a very small army right now. You can see that the lair is still building, And the choice that Savior has now is that he'll make a spire immediately when it's finished, or when it's halfway finished, he'll make a hydralisk den and research lurkers as soon as it's finished. And Boxer is making a factory, so we might be able to see some drops here. And these two Zerglings coming around the map. Spire going up, so this was correct. He is going to go Mutalisks and then go for Lurkers. And this is a good idea because it will probably catch Boxer by surprise. Boxer did not scout the Spire since his SCV was killed, and Speedlinks has been researched for these Zerglings. And even though Boxer did not scout the Spire, he'll probably assume that Saber will be going a couple of Mutalisks, because Mutalisks would be a very viable option at this point in the game. And Boxer is going to chase some of these Zerglings away, but he's going to maintain his close range from his wall, even though he's lifted his barracks. Now, these Zerglings out here are just slowly growing in number, while what this is doing is Savior is trapping Boxer, essentially, in his base by pressure. Those Marines could get out, but then he may suffer lots of casualties and also leave his Marines at a very bad position. And you see the spire is complete. So, Saber will be making a lot of Mutalisks at this point. Now, turrets are coming up for Boxer, so I don't think this Mutalisk attack will work. Looks like one stray Marine was killed, another one did survive. And I can't say I entirely agree with the turret placement for Boxer, since if microed well, Savior could easily bypass those and do a little more damage. Now you can see the Hydralisk Den was being created, and there's about 2 or 3 Mutalisks that are coming up. Not that many. It's going to be mainly used to put some pressure on Boxer. While this happens, Savior is going to get another expansion possibly, and also use the pressure to safely tech towards lurkers. And now you see these Marines are coming around trying to kill any Mutalisks that attack. Lots of turrets though, so the Mutalisks will not be able to kill much, but Savior is producing more and more Mutalisks. So Boxer will have to micro this very well, since Boxer has very good, or Savior has very good micro. You can see the Marines are coming around, so the Mutalisks didn't do any damage. And also, I saw a science facility coming up, so that science facility will be used to get science vessels against lurkers. And it looks like this one turret will go down. Some Marines did come up and kill a Mutalisk, but these Mutalisks did manage to pick off one turret. Mutalisks doing some more damage. These Marines are coming in. Mutalisks are going to run away. So Boxer's microing this pretty well, making sure that the Mutalisks are not able to do too much damage. These Marines have to stim constantly, and I see a science facility there, so there is a science vessel coming up soon. It will be able to detect lurkers and also irradiate these Mutalisks. And when Mutalisks are stacked and irradiated, it does major damage unless you can quickly get out that unit that is irradiated. And Boxer is still being harassed by these Mutalisks. What this is doing is putting pressure on him, making him have to stay in